Hey Chalk Crew, welcome to today's lesson plan. Today we're going to be focusing on vault. The only things that you will need for this lesson plan today is a couch, a broom or a long skinny item that we can hold above our head using our hands, and a wall. We're going to go ahead and get started with a warm-up. Parents, you can go have some time to yourself, and us gymnasts are going to work hard and work on some vault. For our warm-up today, we're going to be focusing a lot on our legs because it's really important for vault that we have nice strong legs so that we can get a fast run and a strong takeoff. So first, we're going to start with some tuck to straight jumps. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what those look like. We're going to go on a tuck, just barely touching our hands, jumping up into the straight jump. Your ears are covered, bottoms are squeezed, cores are tight. Ready? We're going to do 10 all together. So, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo, shake it up. And next we're gonna do our bunny hops. We all know what these are. Just make sure that you're squeezing your quad muscles as tight as you can. Arms are tied up by your ears and you're really getting a pop through your ankles. We're gonna do 30. And I'll turn to the side again. Ready? 1, 2, 9, 10. And 20. And 30. You should feel a nice burn in your calves. Moving right along to our step up drills. So you're gonna need a couch for this one. You're gonna put whichever leg is closest up on the couch. And all you're gonna do is act as if you're running. So if your leg is up here, your opposite arm is up in the air, and you're going to step up and step down. We're gonna do 10 on each leg. Do them with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Notice how my foot is pulled up. My arms are alternating as I step up tall on the other foot. I'm gonna turn around and we'll do the other leg. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Our last two warm-up items are just going to be a hollow body hold and an arch hollow hold. These are two very important positions for our vaults. So we need to make sure that we have the muscles in order to achieve those during our actual vault. So what we're gonna start with is just a 15-second hollow body hold. Arms down by our side. Remember, look up at your toes, then lift your legs. We're gonna hold for 15 seconds. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we're gonna roll over to our tummy now, making sure that your chin is on the ground and your shoulders are covering your ears. And we're gonna hold an arch hold for 15 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good job with that warm up, guys. Now let's get a light stretch in. So we're gonna start with our usual arm circles backwards. 5, and arm circles forward. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stand out in our straddle, elbows up, shoulder twists. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And our windmills, breaking the hips halfway, reaching for the opposite toe, other arm stretches up and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bringing the feet back together, standing up nice and tall, and pressing our palms flat on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to turn to the side. We're going to walk out into our downward dog. Press the heels to the ground, chest to your knees. 3, 4, 5. Drop the knees down, stretch our wrists. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Flip them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Roll them out. And we'll go to our straddle. Sitting up nice and tall, our backs are straight, chins up, crown, and cradle. Reach, make sure that your arm is right on top of your ear. You don't want to be crunched down like this. Getting a good stretch up through that shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Cradle, or crown, cradle, stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Crown, and pancake in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Today we're going to do our splits. I hope everybody's been working on their splits while we've been away. I recommend that every day you hold your splits for at least 30 seconds. If you do your splits every day, there is a guarantee that you will have your splits all the way down, especially by the time we get back into the gym. So even though we don't practice them every day in our virtual lesson plan, push yourself to keep doing them every day, disciplined. So remember, we start in our stretch lunge. Our knees should be right over our foot, chest is up tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're gonna go into our straight leg stretch. Trying to get our nose to our knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we'll go ahead and slide into our split. Chest is up tall, one hand on each side. Hips should be square. If you cannot go down all the way, that is okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Make sure that you're holding those stretches with me. Don't come out early. I'm going to turn around for my other leg. Lunge stretch. Chest is up tall. Chin up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Straight leg stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And go ahead and slide into your split. Holding for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out. Let's do a butterfly very quickly before we get into our middle splits. Trying to lean forward. If I turn to the side, you will notice that my back is straight. I'm not crumpling over like such. You're trying to almost reach your chin past your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Open your butterfly a little bigger. And trying to get your nose to your toes now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's open back up into our straddle. Push over your hands. Rest on your elbows and slide down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Last stretch we're going to end with is just our bridges, laying flat like a pancake. Toes are pointed, backs are pressed into the floor. Bring your knees up to your bottom, hands to your ears, and push. Stretch your shoulders over those hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that we're all warmed up and stretched, let's go ahead and start with our vault drills. So, the first thing to remember, and an idea that we need to grasp, is the shoulder block. I know I have mentioned this a ton of times. It is basically the rapid rebound of your shoulders. And that is really important when we're doing a front handspring vault or front handsprings on the floor, because that is what explodes us forward and from our feet, or from our hands to our feet. So, a drill that I want us to start with is we're going to start in a push-up position, and we need to understand the idea of shoulder shrugs. So, from the push-up, think about trying to get your nose to the floor with straight arms, and then pushing up tall so that your back is nice and round. So look like this, nose to the floor, push up. Let's do 10, do them with me. So nose, round. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's rest, because now that I'm doing those, that requires a lot of shoulder strength. So we need to build those muscles up. So shake your shoulders out, and let's go ahead and jump back into that position. Push up, down, shrug. 2, 3, 4, and 5. The pushing up part, so that our shoulders are round, should be fast and aggressive. Now we need to head over to our wall, because we're going to try the same exact thing in a handstand position. So now, instead of thinking about touching our nose to the floor with straight arms, we're thinking about touching the tops of our heads. Notice how my shoulders open up nice and big right there, and then we push up tall so that my shoulders are now touching my ears. So you can try a couple just standing like how I am. My ears are covered by my arms. My neck gets long, and then I push up tall. Shoulders go down, up, down, and up. Let's try 2 sets of 5 again, but in a handstand. So, start in our lunge, kick up tall, and thinking about touching the top of my head to the floor, and push up tall. Notice how when my head goes down, I do not want to see this position. So, when I do that, my bottom is squeezed, I'm in one vertical line, no breakage of the hips, touch your head, and shrug back up. I'm going to tuck my shirt in so that you can see my shoulders. Now let's do all 5 of them together. So, lunge, and shrug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shake it out, and we'll do our next set of 5. Squeeze those bottoms nice and tight so we don't have any saggy bellies or bottoms sticking out. Lunge and shrug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Great job, guys. Now we're going to apply that shoulder block in an actual kind of fast motion. So what you will do, you need to be able away from the wall so that you're about at this angle. You do not want to be any further because our goal is to try to push back up to our feet in this position. So first we're going to stand with our arms up by our ears, stand up on your toes, fall to the wall, and block off. That will look faster like this, standing up tall, releve, block. We want to get a nice block off of our shoulders so that you fall backwards. Notice how I had to take a step back, arms up, releve, block. My shoulders are rounded as I'm going backwards. My bottom and core are tight. Good, let's do 3 more of those. Very good. 1 more. Good. Now we're going to do that same thing, but we're going to add an arm circle. So remember, when we're running, we run, hurdle, punch. When our arms punch, our arms should be down. And when we explode off of the springboard, our arms come back up. So we're going to start arms down by our side. We're going to arm circle, punch. Arm circle, punch. Really hold that position until you fall backwards. Don't give up on that position too easily. Notice how it looked like I wasn't going to make it all the way over, but I just stayed tight and the momentum kept me moving. Arms stay down, arm circle, punch. Arms down, arm circle, punch. Let's try 3 more. Notice how my arms come up by my ears quickly and sharp. Around, up, punch. Very good. Now we're going to build on that drill a little bit more. We're going to start at the wall, at this space, and now we're going to take 2 steps backwards. So we're going to go 1, 2, and now we're going to be standing with our feet together. We're going to do that same block drill, but with 2 steps into it as if we were taking off of the springboard. So we're going to step with our good foot, funny foot. Our good foot drives up for our hurdle. This is where we would take off of the springboard and drive up and block. I was a little bit too close, so I need to scoop back. Step with your good foot, funny foot, hurdle, explode, block. and 1, 2, around and up. Now, if that seems to be easy, you can even add a third step, but then just keep in mind that you need to step with your funny foot first. So you will go 1, 2, 3, hurdle, and block. If you can even get a little bit of jump to the wall, that is awesome also. So that will look like this. 1, 2. That is a lot more explosive. You'll feel a lot more pressure in your hands, which is good. You will need to feel what that feels like once we get to the actual vault. I'll do that one more time. 1, 2. Notice how I land also. My bottom is tucked under, my ears or my arms are up by my ears. Very good. Great job with those block drills, guys. I really hope that we're grasping those concepts. Our shoulders are probably feeling a little bit tired, but that is really good. That means that we're building those muscles up in our shoulders to really achieve a strong block. Now, moving forward, another important concept to our vault is our heel drive. You hear me say that all the time. Drive your heels, make sure your heels are moving fast. So we're gonna do a couple drills at home in order to also build some muscles up so that we have a strong heel drive when we get back in the gym. So first we're gonna start on our stomachs, and we're just gonna do a heel drive on the floor. So what I want you to do is arms are up by our ears. I need to talk with my voice out here, but I want your ears to be covered and basically your forehead to the ground. And we're going to lift our heels just like how I did. We're trying to lift our heels as fast as we can. You need to use your glute muscles. You need to use your back muscles in order to do that. So that will look like this. If you are struggling with that, grab onto something with your hands and that will help. But first, let's do 5 heel drives. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now the 5 heel drives grabbing onto something will look like this. Grab on to your couch or the table. Ears are still covered, and we're going to lift 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That just helps pull against something so that you have a little bit of assistance. It actually aids and allows you to kick up a little bit higher. Moving right along, for this drill, we may need to get a little bit creative. I'm going to use the vault trainer, but at home you can probably use a couch, maybe even a coffee table, because what we're trying to achieve here is we're going to lay across whatever you're using at home so that your hips are right at the edge, and you're gonna grab in front, and we're gonna do the same heel drives, but just allowing more of a swing to our heel drive drill. So grab onto whatever is in front of you, what your forehead to the mat, and we're going to heel drive. Notice how my heels go pretty high, and if this is uncomfortable on your hips, you can put a towel or a pillow down so that it softens that up a little bit. We're gonna do 10, and make sure your feet stay together. Fast heels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. And our last drill for today is our handstand shoulder pops, or shoulder blocks. The most important thing with these is that we are blocking through our shoulders. We are not bending our arms and pushing. This takes a little bit of practice, so this is as better the time than any to practice this as much as you can. So what this will look like is you're starting in your lunge. You're going to arm circle just like we did on our wall drill over there, and like how we do on our vaults. Starting up in the lunge, arm circle so that your hands are down when you reach for the floor, and you're going to pop. All together, that will look like this. Let me tuck my shirt in. Lunge, arm circle, pop. We're just looking for a little bit of rebound in our shoulders. Even if you don't get all the way up to handstand, that is also okay. Just try and maintain a nice, tight body. It's important that we get those hands down to the floor fast. And think about your hands being on the floor the least amount of time possible. Like it's on hot lava. Your hands are on the ground, you have to get them off. So you explode through your shoulders and skip. Also, just like skipping a rock on water. It's fast and you have to move forward. The motion has to move forward. That is also why we have an arm circle, to propel our body forward. Give those a try for a couple minutes, and I'll be back with you in just a second. awesome job with today's drills, guys. All of these drills are super important for our strength, and they are a surefire way to set our vaults up for success when we get back into the gym and we can start using equipment. So even though this is just this week's lesson plan, keep doing them throughout the weeks, and your arms are gonna be so buff by the time we get back. We're gonna be so strong that these vaults are just gonna come to you so naturally. So good job, and I will see you guys on the next one. Also, don't forget to do your splits.
Yes, please.